Listen, back then when I was on TikTok and Instagram, I used to see a whole bunch of villain arc this, villain arc that. And I'd just be cringing. I want to see a real villain. This dude right here. Nobody is going to call Batman on you. It's just the reality of it. I understand because, you know, I think at one point in my life, I was there too, where I used to be, oh, villain this, villain that. And guess what? Ain't nobody care. My ex did come back. And because I said no, that didn't make me a villain because she just found somebody else. Like, okay, and it didn't make me no villain. And the thing is, you do not need a woman to hurt you in order to have a villain arc. How about you just start improving yourself today? How about you just start today? And nothing bad gotta happen to you for you to just start improving yourself. Now, this is what you gotta think about. When you say she made me like this, you're giving her all the credit. She takes all the credit as to why you became who you are. You get no credit. But when you say, I did this for myself because I wanted to better myself, now that's way better. But imagine working so hard. You work so hard after a breakup to get big, to get strong, just for her to still not want you after. Now you just did that for no reason, because the whole time you were doing it because you thought you were going to be a villain to her. You thought she was gonna chase you and be like, hey, daddy, I miss you. She ain't doing all that. Now you're gonna be hurt, bro, because you did it all for her, just for her to ignore you. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with self-improvement. I think that self-improvement is really good because I myself practice that. I love self-improvement. Listen, when you finally grow up and you mature in life, you're gonna realize that you do not need a villain arc. You do not need to be a villain in somebody else's story. Why be a villain in someone's story when you could be a hero in someone else? You can forget about her. You can forget about him. Whatever they did to you, forget about them. How about you be a hero to someone else? Be that hero that they were looking for. Because the thing with me is that when I was trying to be in that little villain arc stage, listen, there was no such thing as a villain arc back then. But when I was in that stage, you know, just, oh my God, I gotta work hard because she just left me. All that. When I was in that stage, bro, after I accomplished everything I needed to accomplish, and after she came back, I said no, she got somebody else. I realized that the whole time, it wasn't her that was the problem. It wasn't anything. It was just me. It was me versus me. If anything, I was supposed to be doing this for me. And like, that realization is so big because your whole achievement is spent doing it just to impress someone else, just to realize at the end that you were the problem all along. Listen, man, some people think that being a villain is not letting people walk over them or whatever. That's not being a villain, bro. That's just basic principle. That's just basic understanding of how to take care of yourself. You are not a villain because you decided to do better for yourself. You are not a villain because you decided to get out of a toxic situation. In a way, when you look at it deeply enough, you guys are faulting yourself for doing better. Calling yourself a villain because you chose to do better. You are not a villain, man. You're just someone who wants to be better in life. Someone who just wants happiness. That's all you are, not a villain. Now, unless you out here, you know, shooting people up, you know, just wilding out, then you're a villain. But if you're just working out, you want to be happier, you want people to stop walking all over you, you want to know how to say no more, you're not a villain. You are a civilian.
That's called motherfucking bars, nigga!
I understand that everyone reacts differently to a hard life, but don't force yourself to react differently to a hard life. People out here, they get into something bad in life, right? And they force themselves to become someone they're not. You know what I'm saying? It's like they see a TikTok trend and they're like, oh, bet. See, I got enemies now. Got a lot of enemies. And the crazy thing is, you have no enemies. No one's out here looking for you. No one is spinning your block. Unless you're in the hood, you spinning block, you actually about this, you have no enemies, bro. You're just a college student or a high school student. That's all you are. That's it. That's it. Just go about your day, work on yourself, and stop trying to do everything for everyone else. Do it for you. You are your greatest challenge. Every time you go in the bathroom, the only person you see is you. That's it. The only person you see staring back in the mirror is you. You are your biggest fan. You will always be your biggest fan. And if you do not believe in yourself, other people won't believe in you. All right, so thank you for watching. Y'all have a good one.